I'm coming up just a little bit. Never enough, never want to quit. I'm feeling it the way it hits. It's elevated. Vision is blurry. Feel it and dizzy. You elevate me. I feel the rush every little bit. Never enough, never want to quit. I'm feeling it. This haziness is elevated. Vision is blurry. Feel it and dizzy. You elevate me. Vision is blurry. Feel it and dizzy. You elevate me.
Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting with a forgotten soul. So stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fold, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, me home. It's shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on.
So let me break it all down for you.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never
You know
giving
I'm
up.
taking that crown from you.
I ain't worried about you, I ain't never
So let me
break.
break it all down for you.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never
You know
giving
I'm
up.
taking that crown from you.
I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make
Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm found. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up.
Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing.
They doubt me all the same, told me I won't make a name. But it's not about the fame, it's about keeping me sane. So I stay within my lane, feel my blood pump through my veins. Feel adrenaline, no pain, welcome all to my domain.
So let me break it all down for you.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never
You know
giving
I'm taking that crown from you.
I ain't worried about you, I ain't never
So let me break it all down for you.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never
You know
giving
I'm taking that crown from you.
I ain't worried about you, I ain't never
So let me break it all down for you.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never
You know
giving
I'm taking that crown from you.
I ain't worried about you, I ain't never
So let me break it all down for you.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never
You know
giving
I'm taking that crown from you.
I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, we're live.
Robins, they're here.
Holy cow. Hang on. Gotta turn something down. Let's see. Cat bad. Out. Down. Chris,
Yes?
how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Princess, are you there?
I am.
Ow. So loud.
Have you
Is
been
it-
listening to quiet things?
No, I've been listening to my damn rock and roll.
Did you update Discord lately?
No. Just all that. Chat, how are you guys doing? How are they sounding to you guys? Because it was like super loud to me, but maybe what was transmitting across to you guys wasn't so loud. It was about blowing my eardrums out. Crazy Wolf, how are you? Omega, welcome. That's who I can see who's on so far. Okay, so a couple of things. As you can see, Sam is muted out right now. He is on call this week or this weekend, and about 2 minutes before I started the pre-stream, he got a call. So he's dealing with that right now. Hopefully, he'll be back very soon. Also, Roz said that she'd be just a titch late, so she should be here, I don't know, in the next like 5 or 10 minutes. But anyways, until that point, let's cover some news and stuff like that. If I can find it. I've got to apologize. I'm kind of unprepared this morning, or this afternoon. We spent the night up at the in-laws, which is why I'm my eyes are like bloodshot red and I'm sneezing my ass off. There's something up there that I'm just absolutely incredibly allergic to, and so every time we go up there, I'm just absolutely a mess for a while after. But I did take some allergy pills just a little bit ago, so hopefully that'll chill out. Ugh. So, anyways, I apologize if I break out into some sneezing fit in the middle of all this. Okay, so anyways, today we are live, Sunday Fun Day, with our more experienced group playing Pathfinder 2. They are currently exploring an ancient ruins for items of vast wealth and power. They're also about to die to a vicious, diabolical danger noodle. Right? Not looking good.
No.
Yeah. Just need to fix those dice. I'm hoping that you guys got rid of those dice.
Hey.
Hey, Sam, you're back.
Yep.
Awesome.
I am back.
Yay.
Yeah. I swear to God, if I have to sign off on one more goddamn drone strike today.
Sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
And can we get some of those for this Cobra, please?
Right.
Yeah. There's a roof in the way and stuff. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're slightly underground, but, you know, that's what...
They are drones. They're supposed to navigate.
Bunker busters.
That's what bunker busters are for, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Share the map again, please.
oh, I suppose so.
The drones are highly mobile and maneuverable, right? They should be able to fly down here and go through the path.
It varies. Like the larger drones, they're like almost the size of like a fucking Cessna.
Yeah, those things aren't particularly useful because they're carrying too much explosive.
Yeah.
We need a smaller amount of explosive than that.
Yeah, you know, a Hellfire missile may not be required in this instance, nor desirable.
Oh. Okay, I think I screwed myself, and then I think I unscrewed myself. Someone's got me on. Someone's got me on open mic. I'm hearing myself.
Mhm.
I've got
Okay.
everybody like I tried to control that.
Yeah, if you're using the outside speakers instead of headphones,
Yeah, I'm supposedly running noise suppression, but it doesn't seem to be working.
it does not.
Mics can be fiddly.
I will turn you down.
Okay, map is up and should be shared.
See it?
And
Although I will say I'm seeing some weird like artifacting. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I'm seeing like partially through the walls to the left.
oh
Yeah, that's always been the case.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that is due to that is my bad drawing.
Oh,
Or-
because you're like trimming out like the walls or whatever.
yeah, I
Like,
literally
better
have to
visibility.
yeah, I literally have to go through and trace all of the walls, and if I leave even the tiniest little gap,
Liver, right?
yeah, then you guys can see through it. So yeah,
What a
that's-
drag. I have a, later, like after the session or next week or whatever, I have a program that might interest you that does that automatically for you. It's an AI that designs maps.
Well, this is inside of
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds. It's actually a function of Fantasy Grounds, and
Yeah, this will port into Fantasy Grounds.
oh,
With like all the wall markers and like sight lines and visibility like automatically in place.
oh, in that case, I am interested.
Yeah. There's not much of a learning curve, and there are some limitations because these are AI designed maps. Like obviously it's very difficult to get them to like play nice with like anything that's like store bought. Like if you're using like official handout maps or whatever, it's not going to play nice with those. Um, but if you like, you're in a random village and like some shit happens and this is the house you're in, like it'll like whip you up like a random map in like less than 5 minutes.
Oh, so it doesn't recognize like an already existing image and puts the.
Yeah, no, it won't let you like port an image in.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, that's what a lot of or that's what all this is. So basically, what I'm having to do, I'm using material from a Pathfinder 1 adventure
Adventure?
path that I've converted over to Pathfinder 2.
Gotcha. Oh,
So,
speaking of which, Humble Bundle has another like Pathfinder bundle
oh,
that you
course
might
they
want to
do.
check out.
yeah, definitely do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, what else do we have? Stuff and things. Go. My stream notes. What else? What else? What else? So yeah, all right. Anyways, back to stream announcement stuff. So remember, Sunday Fun Day is every Sunday at 3:30 Eastern, where you can see me torture and torment our group of players. And remember that you can follow us at YouTube at the podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at _paw_cast. Here on Twitch at the podcast. If you are viewing this after the fact, hey, go ahead and hit that follow button. I need the follows. I need follows so that I can give you guys better content. As soon as I can get over the minimum number of followers hump or whatever, I think I don't even know what they have it set at now, but I think I need like 15 or something. And then I can actually put viewer points in, which I will set things up to let you guys in chat determine kind of what happens with like the GM roles and stuff. So that follow and send friends. I can torture them too. Let's see. You can also send me your emails at thepodcast20@gmail.com. Again, that's the podcast and the number 20@gmail.com. Oh, and then one other thing. Pa had something he wanted to tell you guys, so hang on one second. Hello? Hello, is this thing on?
No.
Are you there? Okay. All right, so listen up. I saw some kind of disturbing shit on over Halloween. I saw these candies that people still seem to be handing out to the kids, and I'm always an advocate for the kids. So like they're always bitching and moaning about like, oh, there's like needles and razor blades and candy and all that, but nobody seems to be concerned about our young children eating fucking candy corn. Like, why is this still legal? All right,
What's wrong with candy corn?
I
fuck
blame Big Sugar.
fucking candy corn. It's an abomination before the eyes of our Lord.
Preach,
Okay.
But
brother.
it's
Preach.
delicious.
Oh yeah, no. The princess seems to think that there's nothing wrong with candy corn either.
He hasn't seen the chocolate stuff.
As a
The
matter of
chocolate
fact,
ones are worse.
she even thinks that candy corn is better if you leave it out, like leave it out to like get stale and stuff, and then eat. I think you should leave it out in the fucking curb in a trash
No.
can. But anyways, so here's the deal. I saw some pictures on the. I went to the World Wide Web, and I found some pictures of some stuff that you can do with your leftover candy corn that might make it more palatable. I don't know. I'm still a little skeptical. Okay, but anyways, I didn't have time to actually put these images into Fantasy Grounds because I ran out of time. But I think I can pull them up here, and
I'll put
hopefully
them on
not.
Discord.
Yeah, everyone will be able to see them in chat. Hopefully, I'm not like doxing myself or some shit. But anyways, here gotta some stuff around. All right, here we go. Here's image number one. A fucking cookie with white chocolate chips and candy corn. Now, I understand that why the fuck would you want to ruin a perfectly good cookie by putting candy corn in it? But remember, the goal here is that we're trying to make the candy corn more palatable. It's not about the cookie, it's about what to do with the candy corn if your city ordinance doesn't allow you to just fucking put it in the garbage. Okay, all right. So that's suggestion number one. Now I did see a picture. I couldn't find it. This isn't the one, but I did see a picture where they made one of these fucking trick or treat pizzas, but they put candy corn on there. So instead of it being like all these like Twix bars and M&Ms and shit like that, they actually had candy corn on there. Now some of you might think of it that as the same as like putting pineapple on pizza. I don't know. I beg to differ there. But anyways, moving on. Now, what I wanted to do, this picture doesn't have anything to do with candy corn, but I figured that by now you guys are fucking puking so hard that you needed to have an image to relieve your minds of the pain and misery and suffering that I've been presenting to you. So this is just another idea to do something with your leftover Halloween candy. It's just a Twix like peanut butter bar thing, okay, that you can use with your leftover Twix. All right, back to the torture. Sorry, I'm fucking losing it. This is a
God help you.
This is a candy corn parfait. I know.
Oh.
I know. I'm throwing up in my mouth right now. It's fuck. Hang on a second. Let's clear our minds. Okay. There's just a cupcake with like some looks like some crumpled up like Butterfinger on it or some shit like that. All right. keep that image in your mind for a second, because here we go. Oh God. It's candy corn peanut mallow bars. Holy shit.
Oh my God! Please tell me that's not a real thing.
Yeah. Someone made peanut mallow bars with fucking candy corn.
I would just like to quickly interject. I'm fully on board. I feel like there should be a binding UN resolution against fucking candy corn.
Yeah, like there isn't enough fucking whiskey being produced in the United States these days to make this okay. All right.
I would try a shot of candy corn whiskey, however.
That would be actually a good use of the candy corns. Make whiskey.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Some candy corn mash. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Next picture. I'm probably gonna get kicked right off of fucking Twitch for this. Like they're gonna be like, "That's it." This right here is some kind of like like coconut cluster. I would call this a coconut clusterfuck of candy corn and Chex Mix and coconut, and they tried to make it look all pretty by putting it in this little like white wrapper thing. I don't know. Oh my God, candy corn!
You got to make your poison look edible. If you want someone to voluntarily take poison, you got to make it look pretty.
Candy corn pretzels, guys. Candy corn pretzels. You take a pretzel, which is perfectly fine to just eat, just stuff those down your pie hole with some peanuts at the bar, drinking a beer. But no, now we got to put white chocolate and stick a candy corn on top of it. Some of the shit that you can find on the internet these days, I swear. I came across this one right here. This is the candy corn after you've eaten it, and then you shit it out on top of this perfectly fine empanada. All right. That's kind of how I view this. What do we have here? A candy corn Chex Mix. Candy corn with pretzels and Chex that are coated in like sugar, M&Ms with candy corn in it. Bloody hell. All right, last one, because I just can't take any more of this shit. Candy corn biscotti. You dunk that in coffee. It's not going to take the candy corn taste away. But again, this is a way for you to dispose of the fucking nasty ass candy corn that you youngins brought home to your parents, thinking that that's okay. Bring that into the household. It's not okay. But this is what you can do with it. Anyways, all right, let's play some Pathfinder.
I want snacks now, though.
It's a perfectly natural reaction to try and blank out the trauma from the previous images.
No, I actually want to make a couple of those. Thanks. Got me some ideas.
I mean, I would try a candy corn whiskey. I would try it once, just to say I tried it.
Fortunately, making it into a whiskey will get rid of just about everything that makes it be a candy corn.
That's kind of the goal. I just find them waxy and like cloying and gross.
They'd be a little bit more like a vodka, though, I think. No, the thing that gets me is that they're putting candy corn in with white chocolate, which is like doubling the curse and then spewing.
Yeah. Yeah, I always hated white chocolate too. It's not my jam. Not my jam at all.
These are crimes against humanity. They're crimes against humanity. Like I literally was shocked that I could find these images just out in the open like that on the internet. Like normally you have to go to.
Didn't even have to go to the dark web.
I was just gonna say normally you have to go to the dark web to find shit like that, and it was just Google search engine. Here you go.
Yeah, some people just don't recognize evil kink when they see it.
Yeah. Crazy
Guys
rad.
make me sad.
I was muted for a minute. I'm getting old. I'm senile. Okay, so let's see. Did Roz make it yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Sam.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and bring us up to speed on where we are at in notes?
Okay. Resuming at the start of our last session, we had successfully defeated the so-called mummy that had arisen from the sarcophagus and attacked. I think it was Hylia that it initially attacked. Anyways, we had successfully downed that. However, we were still in a room that was flooding with water with no visible exit. We tried just about everything we could think of, but nothing actually worked. We tried to reset the trap. We tried to seal the doors through which the water was flooding. We looked for some alternative escape, either through another secret passage or a trapdoor or something. We even tried battering down the door from the room that we entered in through, using the sarcophagus as a battering ram. Unfortunately, none of that worked, and eventually the room filled with water, and we began to drown. In the end, and we'll never know for sure what actually saved us. In the end, nothing we attempted working except, nothing we attempted worked, except perhaps for prayer. Both Cathbad and I prayed to our individual gods for some sort of succor, and perhaps the gods responded. We will never know for sure. In the end, there was a mechanical failure, and the trap reset on its own, thus allowing us to continue our existence. However, during this stressful encounter, Cathbad accused Blaze of cowardice. Satisfaction has been demanded, but the issue has been tabled until we exit the tomb, at which time there will be an accounting. Let's see. So once the water receded, both the door that we entered through and a secret door that Hylia had spotted in the west wall unlocked, and we were able to open them. We followed the secret corridor behind, the corridor behind the secret door, and it led us through to a room full of mundane burial goods, such as food and daily household items, the sort of thing that a emperor would need to live in style in the afterlife. There was no apparent exit out of the room. However, Hylia's sharp eyes once again spotted an irregularity in the eastern wall. And between the two of us, we were able to open another secret door. This door led to a room gleaming with wealth on display, as well as another sarcophagus. It seemed like we had hit the jackpot, only to be ambushed by a massive cobra that had been lurking within the structure. At this point, we're not sure if the cobra is a construct, something that is magically summoned, or some sort of undead. All we know that it has been waiting here a long, long time.
I believe I saw a staff fall over and turn into it.
That is indeed what it that is the origin. So, like, I don't know if that was like a what you call it, not mutation, transformation.
I think it
might have been like some sort of transformation spell. What we do know is that it absolutely intends to kick our asses and steal our lunches. And it's made pretty significant inroads into Ilovara's health. She has taken quite the beating, and is literally staggering around on her last legs. Though the team is battered and low on resources from our previous forays in the tomb, we leap into battle, knowing that there is no escaping this creature. It either dies or we do. And that is where we left off.
Yay! All right. Time for a TPK. Who's excited for a TPK? Chat? Are you excited?
That's always excited for a TPK.
All right, hang on. I gotta find.
No, Omega, don't be excited.
Oh, Omega's excited.
Okay, so I see from the combat tracker, top of the round, that Cathbad is first,
Correct.
which is nice.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah. Unusual.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you're in heavy armor. Things tend to go a little slow.
I like to actually get their attention first, though. All right. If we are in action now,
Yeah, here.
I hear this.
We are scary music now.
Okay, so Mr. DM, are we ready to presume or resume? Presume to resume.
Chat, are you ready? They're ready. All right.
All right.
You might have way too many health
All right,
points.
I'm gonna do the 5-foot shuffle.
Okay.
Get over here. Have a better angle of attack.
Right to the right, to the right.
And then I'm going to attack.
Do it.
Lacking any special abilities to. Oh, that didn't work.
Oh,
Yeah, it did.
It did work. Oh, lovely. Good. Die, filthy creature. Well, hurt, filthy creature.
Yeah, we should be so lucky.
I'll do it again. And that's a miss.
Yes, that is a miss, unfortunately.
And I'm going to brace my shield and mutter over to Blaze. I will give you a satisfaction in a bit, but let's
Very
survive.
good. I appreciate your consideration. Should we survive this encounter?
Ilavara. Welcome, by the way.
Is Ilavara with us?
It's with us, but I don't hear her.
She's probably getting her stuff like squared away.
Roz, are you
Having mic issues, it seems.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
mic 1, mic 2,
Yeah.
mic 1?
No, it's in chat. Mic is not working for some reason.
I saw it.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and make your. Oh, let's. I'll reshare it. So go ahead and use chat to tell us what you want to do, and then check your Discord settings. Make sure that you've got go into your voice and video setting. Make sure you got your mic selected. Make sure you're not muted. All the usual. I show that you have, well, okay, you keep toggling it on and off. Do it again. Okay, it's targeted. Swing and a miss, but not just any miss. What did she roll? A 1. Let's go to the tables on that. Let's see what the tables think.
Be kind, table.
Oh. Tables were kind. All right. Roz, you're staggering about. You're injured so heavily. You basically do this, just, weakened, swing and miss, and your weapon, falls from your hand, and you, stumble back, and then you're reaching down to get your sword. Whatever it is that you're using. What are you using?
An axe.
An axe? Yeah. You're just, you're on death's door, and you just, ugh, and then you drop your axe, and you're just shit, now you're trying to pick it up. Meanwhile, It's the Cobra's turn. Cobra Khan, here we go. Cobra Khan's got no qualms with just sticking with what's been working here, which is to tune poor little Ilvara up. He slashes at you with his fangs. Slashes, strikes, and it's a vicious hit. Ilvara takes 12 points of damage. You don't have to make a fortitude save because that drops you. Vicious Cobra turns to, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turns to the bad kitty. There we go. And, pardon me, strikes at you and misses.
Yay!
You see the Cobra like rear up and he flares his hood at you, Steven. Make me a will save.
Is in I will save.
What's that?
I hope you will save.
But undone. Unfortunately, you do not.
Really?
Yeah. You are at frightened 1.
What is the effect of Frighten 1? Is it a -1 to attack and whatnot?
I'll tell you. 1. Frightened 1. Oops. What I want. Do I think. Status penalty equal to the value of the checks. You should do this with the value of friends. Okay, so yeah, at status 1, they're at -1 to all of their checks and DCs.
And how long does it last? Does it wear off like after a round, or is it persistent?
At the end of each turn, the value of frightened decreases by 1.
Okay. So he is frightened 1, but next turn on his action, he will no longer be frightened.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. All right. So
at the end of his turn.
Oh, at the end of his turn. Okay. So has the Emperor Cobra blown his wad? He has.
He has.
Okay. So, couple of quick questions, tactical wise. Would devising a stratagem be a free action? Like, is
yes.
Okay. So first off, let's see if I can strike this beast and contribute some damage.
Okay.
Using my rapier. Oh, did I not target the damn snake?
However.
All right. Well, it's targeted now.
26 would it would have actually hit.
Okay, so let's go forward with that initial action. I will. So I get to do 1d6 damage plus 1d6 for my precise strikes.
Okay.
7. Okay. So that is one action.
Okay.
My next action, because I recognize that, like, my combat skills aren't up to the task of striking this thing more than like once a round. So I am going to leap on its back and use my athletic skill to try and grapple it.
Round cowboy.
So I guess that's a 5-foot step into the snake's area. That's the leap, right?
Essentially.
And then allow me to make a skill check with athletics. This could go really badly.
Stepping on the snake's area.
Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah. So you leap onto the back of this thing, and it's like thrashes around, and you're like trying to hold for 8 seconds. All you need is just 8 seconds.
8 seconds of fury, baby. Gotta ride it out.
It flings you off.
Okay. So I presume that I resume my square. Okay.
It wasn't.
That is largely it for me. Can I do a free action to, point to Vasadi and say, save Ilavara? Is that a sufficiently short enough phrase?
It is.
Okay.
Depends on how many commas you put into it, but yeah.
Save, comma. And on that, we will move on to Hylia.
All right. Hylia.
Okay. Time for stabbing. Hopefully. Okay. Well, let's try it again. That was embarrassing.
I mean, at least you didn't fumble.
You had to say that? Had to?
I mean,
Oh.
right?
Wait, did that not work?
Gotta roll your second attack.
Yeah.
Missed.
No, I know, but my second one I rolled and it was a 1, but it didn't look like it registered, so I'm gonna roll it again.
It didn't. You're fortunate.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay,
Nor did
good.
I.
Okay.
That's also a miss.
I mean, screw it, I'm here. Let's just try this one more time for no freaking reason.
And there are better ways to spend your third action.
There are.
Yeah, like you could aid Cat Bad so that when on his next action he gets like a bonus to attack.
I thought you had to be like special to do that. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to be special. You're not special.
Nobody's special.
You're
Okay,
not
I'll
special.
offer emotional support to Cathbad.
Okay.
Or poke the snake while I'm attacking.
I'm not 100% yeah, no, the way that it's set up against the wall, we're really not getting like a flanking bonus on it, which is unfortunate.
It's a smart snake.
It's a sneaky
Yeah, the wall
snake.
shut down was part of our party, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. So, Vasadi.
I'm trying to clicky the thing. It says no.
By the way, Ilavara, you are at death 2. I just rolled your venom effect, and you did you took 6 points of damage plus the 9 that you had previously taken beyond your 0 mark. So you're actually at death 2.
Okay, well, I stabilize her. There we go.
don't-
Okay.
Like, I don't know the rules for stabilizing someone versus like poison damage. Do you have anything to
Stabilize.
Oh, you have first aid. You can treat poison.
In 10 minutes.
Yep.
No. I mean, you might want to treat poison before
Takes
stabilizing.
10 minutes.
Takes 10 minutes to do that.
Oh.
I'm not a combat medic.
Yeah.
With my last one, can I like kind of start dragging Ilavara more like this way?
Yes. Show me. Let's see. Where's your stabilize at?
And cantrips.
That's a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, spells are different. Those are different.
Hold on.
It's entirely different.
What I wanted to look at is, do they lose the dying? Yeah, they lose the dying condition, but still unconscious 0, and yeah, still poisoned. Okay. All right.
All right. So
Make a an athletics roll.
All right, so the stabilization has bought some time because she's eliminated the death 2. Is that correct? Is that what
Yes.
I'm basically hearing?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
That's super handy.
So you're able to pull Ilvara to there.
Alright. So I'm useless till next turn, so.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah. I have completely forgotten that I have had a particular thing, but I've been using it, so I won't use it. Attack the snake.
Okay.
Hey, good hit.
Die, you miserable monster.
Oh,
8
okay.
points. Not bad.
And let's do that again.
Okay.
Now, are you
That was not a good attack.
right?
That was a bad attack. That was just
Quick question before we go with that critical miss. Would the bonus that he is getting from Hylia's aid be enough to change it from a critical miss to a regular miss?
That is actually a great question. Hylia, make an attack roll on the
Where?
Cobra. On the
Which
Cobra.
one?
On the
I know,
Cobra.
but which?
Main. Your primary.
Your melee.
Yeah.
Right, but column 1, 2, or 3.
1.
Nice.
Okay. So let's see.
I think that's a +2.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes it 9. No. It would still be a critical miss.
Still be a critical?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Oh,
Alright,
well.
we tried, Catbad. We tried.
Catbad, unfortunately, that is the end of your turn. As you swing wildly and lose your balance and yourself from falling over. Ilvara.
really good.
Ilvara, you take. Make me a fortitude save.
Big numbers, no whammies.
Okay, unfortunately that is not enough. So yeah, you take 11 points of damage.
Wait, before we go forward with this, Ilvara, do you have any hero points? Oh, you have a hero point. Everyone starts with 1.
Yes.
Do you think now would be a good time to spend that hero point, Ilvara, and re-roll? Yeah, but you get a new one at the start of every session.
Correct.
All right,
Okay,
there we
she's
go.
using one.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well.
God,
That is just.
That is 2 1s. That is 2 1s, and we're only on like the second round here. That's a fumble per round.
That's how we roll.
Okay. Unfortunately, with a critical fail on a fortitude save. Hang on. Yeah. Dump those dice.
I'm pretty sure a critical fail means that Ilvara is now back on death 2.
Well, I want to look at what it does to the damage. I think it will double the damage, which would put her at. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna roll it as that. So you're back to death 2. Now, here's where the fucked up part comes. You now need to make a death save, and if you fail your death save, you will be dead. Like, dead. You need to beat a 12. Oh no.
Well, hats off.
Villamar's dead.
Yep.
Oh, Roz. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, it's not the first time it's happened. All right. The Cobra is still going after the bad kitty.
And I don't think I got my shield up in time.
No.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
that fumble really kind of
Fumble,
screwed you over.
yeah, screwed you over. All right, Cat Bad, you take 16 points of damage.
Ow!
Whack.
Whack!
And he make me another will save. Yeah. All right. You're back to you're a scaredy cat. Oh. Stay tuned, chat. Jokes keep coming in. He's a
Okay.
scaredy cat. You're back to scaredy cat 1. Oh, let me put the effect on.
I'll do that. I can do that.
You got it. Okay. All right. Please.
All right. So
do something.
Yeah. Well, first we're seeing if we can successfully stab the snake. We can. So we're gonna try and stab said snake.
Ooh,
oh, yeah, good damage.
Nice. Wow.
Okay. That's about as good as it gets for me.
Yeah, it hisses viciously at you.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it's now got a little glint in its eye for you.
Sure. I wish I had a shield to raise. Okay. So I will.
Why don't you take that gigantic hat off your head and?
Yeah, or you can borrow mine. I'm apparently not using it.
Well, I have to have a hands-free to do like my investigator things. Okay, I'm going to attempt to restrain the snake again.
Okay.
This will be my second action. This is action number 2 of 3.
All right.
All right, so let's make an athletics roll. Okay.
Ooh. Like that time, you got a hold of it and you were hanging on to its ears while it was flinging you around. But it unfortunately it did toss you back off again. But you almost had it. Like for a minute, you were like, "I've got you now, you son of a bitch."
Okay.
See, the problem is you were holding onto its ears, and snakes don't have
and
those.
they don't have ears. Exactly.
Okay, so I will, for my final action, in my offhand, I will draw a Alchemist's Fire. Oh no, you know what? Rather than do that, I would like to make a Recall Knowledge roll. I would like to try and figure out like what weaknesses this creature has.
I think you guys already did that. And
yeah, but we weren't successful.
I think someone did make a successful roll because I remember talking.
I rolled over 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like a gigantic snake.
Okay, so it's not immune. It doesn't have any like immunities or weaknesses of particular note. Okay.
No, but
all right.
And its
then my final action. Go ahead.
And its strengths are its, piercing fangs with a nasty venom.
Right. What do I have? Yeah. Oh, I still have
And it's scary.
Yes. Okay, so rather than the Alchemist Fire, I will draw one of my Lesser Bottled Lightnings. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Hylia, this thing's pretty chopped up. It's not doing well.
Either are we.
Except,
Oh wait, that hit.
Yeah,
Never
except
mind.
you hit.
I forget that I get like a +9.
Ooh. Okay, with the vicious blow, Your sword finds purchase.
Yeah, because it killed my friend, and I'm super pissed.
Which
Yeah. Ilavara is now slipped into darkness. That one missed.
Boo.
Just barely.
next round.
I mean,
Next round, I'm going to do something that's going to be great for you.
I hope so. Should I just try to stab it again, since there's not really any...
I mean, you're at like a -8 penalty. Like, even if you rolled a 20, you would still miss. Or technically.
Oh,
Not true.
yeah.
You-
I'd have to roll a 19 or a 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean,
So
there's
you would have a 10% chance. It would be better to either try and flank this creature, or aid Catbat again, if possible, or maybe what are some other actions that could
You wouldn't be
she
able to
could
flank
do?
it because the Cobra is basically back in the corner.
Aha! But if she were to leap onto the Cobra's back,
Yeah. Try to grapple it or.
I'm thinking like the square to your right, Hylia. Like
Yeah.
if you were to literally like hop onto the Cobra's back, I think a case could be made for saying that would make the Cobra flat-footed.
It's already flat-footed.
Oh, it is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It has no teeth.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
well, never mind that.
It's flat-bellied.
I take it back.
Yeah, I mean, that I'm just done. That's it. I'll add some emotional support for Cathbad if that's allowed.
All right, so are you aiding Catbat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Saudi. You're holding Ilavara's head as you saw her lifeline.
Bitch,
from
please,
her
get up
eyes.
here and help us kill this snake.
I
None of
am
this-
not going to roll anywhere near enough to hit this thing. I know that. I am going to be ready for the next person who possibly might go down. I'm going to use my one focus spell
None of this
to create one of the berries that I've had
Okay.
into a good berry.
That's some good berry.
Okay.
I'm going to come in here, leave Ilavara near the doorway. That's it. That was 2 actions for the spell and a move.
Okay.
All right, Catbad.
I'm going to. Let's see, where is it?
This thing looks like it's on its last rib cage.
I'm going to return the intimidating glare.
Say I didn't have it.
Yeah, you're gonna flare your hood.
No, I'm going to hiss and puff up.
Oh. Oh,
I'm
so
fluffy.
Archback.
I'm fluffy.
I'm fluffy, damn it. I don't know what the attack is for that.
It's an intimidation roll.
Yep.
Oh, it's a skill. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Intimidation, how are you?
It rears back for a second. It's like, oh shit.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. It's like, oh fuck. Cats.
Wait a minute, that's a cat.
Yeah.
All right.
Cats can go bad on. Hang on a second.
Do your mongoose impersonation.
I've got to put the frightened on it.
Nice.
What did I miss with it? Oh, it was a 16. It was cocked. Damn.
So that would have missed even with that on there.
All right, I'll do it. I'm going to raise my shield now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It is the Cobra's turn. Cobra Kai. Yeah. After that last round, it's now going to choose between sticking with Catbat or switching over to Blaze. So 1-2 is Catbat, 3-4 is Blaze.
Okay.
It is a 3.
Alrighty.
Careful, man.
Blaze, it strikes at
Yes.
you.
Okay.
If a 21 it hits, take
My armor class is a 21. Isn't it frightened? Isn't it at a -1?
It took that effect in.
Oh, okay.
It gave it a minus. So it rolled a. Yeah, it says effects -1.
Okay.
Let me just make sure the math was right. Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's got a +15. Okay, so you take 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Make me a fortitude save.
Sure.
No poison. Big money, no
Oh,
poison.
nice.
I fear no poison.
It's like, ugh.
I've, handling mysterious chemicals for my alchemical studies have granted me a higher than usual immunity to something as base as poisons or toxins. Which is a nice way of saying get stuffed.
Make a fortitude or a will save.
Why am I making a will save?
Because it flared
Oh
its hood
my
at you.
god.
Okay, so wait. So, all right. You know what? I'm gonna blow a hero point.
That's a good idea because that would have put you, I think, at frightened 3, which means you're running.
Yeah.
All
right. So let's try this again.
Don't screw up.
Well, I mean, I could roll another one.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately you failed, but at least it's not a critical fail. So you are at frightened 1.
Okay.
That effect on you. Frightened. Go. And that is the end of its turn. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Well, frightened or not, I was under the misapprehension that this creature was not flat-footed, so I will not throw my bottled lightning at it, but rather I will seek to see if I can stab it. Stab it real good.
Okay.
I want to stab it so very hard. All right, so this is my stratagem.
Yeah,
which failed.
Yeah, unfortunately, you would not be able to stab it.
Okay.
Juggling that bottle.
It's writing too much.
All right, so my first action will be to attempt to wrestle the creature again. One of these days I have to get lucky, right?
Yeah. And this thing's got 3 hit points. It could kick it in its cobra toe and kill it. Okay. You would actually successfully wrestle it.
All right. So the creature is restrained. And for my remaining 2 actions, I will provide aid to both Cathbad and Ilea. Okay, and that's the end of my turn. All right, so there you go.
Okay, more stabbing.
Cobra gets restrained, but yeah, he's got grabbed. Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, Aliyah.
Jesus freaking
Oh.
okay.
Burn.
We should have freaking stayed at my mom's house.
Let's go to the tables. Let's go to the tables, kids.
Well, she's being aided, right?
Yeah, but
yeah, but a 1's a 1.
A 1 is a 1 is a 1. All right.
Okay.
Fortunately for you, it is just a miss and a missed turn. Basadi, what are you gonna do?
Fuck all that I can do. Take out my club and I guess attack it.
Whack it. Whack
Yep.
it real good.
Oh, I forgot to fucking. Okay, sorry.
Target it.
I think I missed anyways.
Hang on.
What is grab?
All right. Okay, so it can't move. All right. Yeah, so that is a miss.
I think that was 3 actions, so I'm done.
Okay.
No. But you moved.
You're a club.
I
and she
moved, took out my
attacked.
club,
Oh.
attacked.
Okay. All right, cat bad.
Yeah, once again, threatening glare.
I mean, this thing is like restrained. You're being aided. Like all of this stuff should work.
Okay. It's intimidated 2.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry, it's intimidated 1 because it fell
We're
off.
off last week.
So frightened. Okay.
Now, physical attack. That's terrible.
That is pretty awful.
Should I burn a hero point now and hope that I can actually destroy it or not?
I mean, at this point, we're all so close to death.
Well, I mean, not really. Only one of us is actually dead. But you know, I mean, give it a shot. Like, you know, I feel like it is thematically appropriate to blow a hero point at this juncture if you wish to do so.
Yeah.
It's on
its last rib cage. Oh!
Hey. Nice. Beautiful.
Oh! Roll that damage. Oh!
Yay!
The cat bat comes in.
Freaking thank goodness.
Puffs his back up. Hisses. The snake's like, oh fuck! And then he comes in with the sword, just slices its guts open. You spill on the ground. Give yourself a hero point.
Yay, thank you.
Okay. Now, I gotta find... Let's get rid of scary music. And now, we have to go to sad music.
It's commercial time, huh?
So, lying on the ground, your dead compatriot, dead friend, Elvira.
Well, I don't see what the problem is. She's hardly in a position to care.
I was like, yeah, she's dead. Whatever.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is a Ilavara was a boon companion, and perhaps the priests of Pharasma can do something to intercede. But we won't improve her condition or aid her in any way standing around in mourning, right?
No, I'm just I'm going to do a quick prayer that she be protected and if we can get her to a priest that it's
absolutely. Does anyone have a gentle repose? I think it's called.
Can we just put her in the bag of holding?
No.
I don't
know if the bag of holding has preservative effects, and I'm not sure that I'm necessarily okay with that level of indignity, even for someone who is left their cares and woes on this mortal plane.
If we had one that was dedicated to being a body bag, then that would be different.
The body bag of holding. That's when you're
That is-
expecting a lot of people to fucking go down.
That's just gross as fuck.
Well,
It's
I'll
actually
get-
kind of brilliant.
Shopping.
The body
Yeah.
bag of holding. Yes, I
We
am
wanna
going to
make sure-
create that item.
Thank
We
you.
want to get our dead compatriots out of wherever they are, so they can be properly buried and so forth, or whatever.
I mean, like I said, if the priests can intercede and restore our compatriot to life, fantastic. That would be the most ideal. If they can't do that, then at least they can oversee the. Does anyone know what god Ilivara prayed to?
Well, she was looking for
Sarenrae?
Aurora.
Sarenrae?
I think it was Sarenrae, but I'm not.
Sarenrae? Okay. Well,
From the great beyond, in case so we don't screw this up.
yeah. So if the priests cannot bring her back,
Again,
then
much older than the gods.
She was a
we can have
tiefling.
the priests
She wasn't
do a
much of
ceremony.
All right, well, let's keep moving because I know we're now on a clock.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we are actually at our first break time. So let's go ahead and do that. And
Time for our first breakdown.
Yep, our first breakdown.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
See you guys in 5.
Yep. Bye.
I felt so deep, I wasn't wise. I let you in, I didn't read the signs. Oh, for a second it felt right. But maybe there ain't nobody that could really be like you. Tonight I'm moving like I never knew you. And I'm so back in time. And I hear myself, myself. Tonight I'm moving like I never knew you. 'Cause in a second I forgot everything we went through. Tonight I'm dancing like I never had you. 'Cause I don't need nothing as long as I am with my crew. And I'm so back in time. And I hear myself, I got myself. I felt so deep, I wasn't wise. I let you in, I didn't read the signs. But for a second it felt right. But maybe there ain't nobody that could really be like you. Moving like I never knew you. 'Cause in a second I forgot everything we went through. Tonight I'm dancing like I never had you. 'Cause I don't need nothing as long as I am with my crew. I never knew you. to the unknown. I make this lonely road my home. I've always done things on my own. Before you know it, I'll be gone. 'Cause we never got along. It wasn't you, it just felt wrong. But sometimes I feel so lonely, and I know I'm not the only one who runs to survive. And sometimes I need somebody to tell me that they love me, so I don't lose my mind. 'Cause I'm far away, so far away. I'm far away, so far
Okay, we're back. Let me throw. Oh, Roz, did you figure out your mic situation? If you're there, here, let's put a vote up. Let's see who is actually here.
I am so annoyed that I am assigned a different circle again. I need this to be freaking consistent, please.
Just accept the fact that it's
Perhaps
always
if you
gonna be that
consistently
way.
click a circle. You know,
Mr. Chris,
Roz.
maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last time I had this issue, I like went through a bunch of settings, nothing worked, and then something popped up asking me about my privacy settings, and it turned out that my privacy settings had turned off my mic. Maybe you could look into that. Like, I don't know, like, you know, if you like changed your equipment or updated your software or what.
Yeah, did you recently like change equipment or anything like that? And like, do you have like a physical mute button on it that have maybe toggled?
Maybe toggled in Discord.
Huh. Did you try like unplugging your mic and plugging it back in, making sure that it's
Going
all the
back
way?
to the classics.
Oh, here's something. Yeah, that
That
seemed
was
to
a
work.
noise.
Okay, what about now?
Hey!
It wasn't plugged
So I
in.
tried that. No, I tried that several times in point of fact. Because let's be honest, I'm not very smart when it comes to technological issues, so that's like my
Right.
usual first approach, but that seems to have done it. Okay, I don't get it. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna look a good person in the mouth. I'm happy it happened. I'm not gonna ask why.
Yeah.
Well, so at least now you're with us in spirit, if not in physical
Yeah.
manifestation.
Not in physical body.
Yeah, Roz is speaking to us from the afterlife.
Is that why it sounds so
That's what I
fuzzy?
do.
Bad connection on the Ouija board.
Roz, I'm
That's awesome.
dying inside as a GM.
No, he's not.
I hate killing characters.
That's a lie.
I really do. I don't like killing characters.
He was doing shots in the kitchen
Honestly,
celebrating.
Was
it
not. That's a lie.
it was. I mean, this is the first time this has happened in a campaign of yours that I've been in.
I
For me
know.
anyway, and it's I don't know I think it's an occupational hazard. I don't think of it as something you really did. I think it's just like the sometimes you roll the dice to see if your luck changes and you got snake eyes.
Yeah, it was a series of really unlucky rolls,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, those like back-to-back ones just.
Big bite.
All right. Well, it is what it is. Okay, inside this room, you see a sarcophagus covered in gold leaf.
We'd stick Ilvara in that.
Yeah.
That is rude.
No, I'm
Oh,
thinking
you-
freaking Stargate that saved Daniel Jackson like 6 different times.
You know, she's
Yeah,
got a point.
yeah.
Don't
I
think.
wasn't saying like leave him. I'm just like for
Oh, okay,
rest.
Yeah, you
I'm
know,
gonna leave our friend.
pull the mummy out of
Yeah,
there,
but
throw it on the
the-
ground, and throw Ilavara in there.
Yeah, we like Ilvara.
the difference being that in the other ones, in Stargate, those things are actually a medical recovery device.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this does not appear to be a gold sarcophagus. This appears to be of
Oh.
Osirian design.
Okay. Not
Okay,
to
never
mention,
mind.
like if it was a life pod or whatever you want to call it, wouldn't the mummy be up and walking around at that point? Instead of like residing within said, you know,
I mean, that's actually a solid point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a good
Yeah,
point.
no,
Yeah,
no
'cause-
more mummies walking around, please. We ain't got shit.
Yeah, this has been a rough day.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the day is not over yet. Just because we have overcome the most visible threat doesn't mean that the room isn't festooned with other dangerous traps or what have you. I say we do this quickly and efficiently, and then hurry to the temple to see what we can do for Ilavara, if anything.
Right. Is there can you guys tell me anything about refocus? Is that something I should be able to do yet?
Yeah. You can take like 10 minutes to refocus, I think, pretty much at any given time.
Okay.
Once you have the focus feature.
Right. Okay. I may do some of that while you guys are searching.
Okay.
Because I want to get my lay on hands back.
That sounds legit. If you do not mind, good companions, I think that Hylia and I should search for any additional traps that may be in the room. And Vasadi, you may want to check the magical realm to see if there are any lingering magical threats.
Oh, first, Wasadi's gonna hand you that berry. It's gonna go bad in 10 minutes anyways. You
Oh.
need a little bit of health.
I will eat the berry.
You get back. That's
Is
not
it
what I
a
was thinking.
good berry?
It's a good
It's a
berry.
good berry. Very
Imagine
good
this with some
berry.
boba.
Oh, here, let me
Oh, I like
target
boba.
you.
Yeah.
Imagine like a boba full of good berries instead of.
Oh,
That sounds hot.
that sounds delightful.
I
Yeah.
had a boba made from lychee pearls once, and it was amazing.
I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to lychee. I like the flavor, but like the little weird Indonesian lychee jelly candies, just it's like chewing an eyeball. I'm not down.
The toddler killers.
Are they?
Oh
So
yeah.
those really?
Well, yeah, they yanked them off the market here because
damn.
they're the perfect size to like.
Oh, choke hazard.
Yeah, that toddlers were like basically like they were going down their throat, and it was like the perfect size to completely obstruct the airway.
I mean, I got to be honest. I feel like that's kind of, that's Darwin in action.
You gotta learn to chew.
Yeah. Like if you don't have the base instincts to like chew, or if like your parents don't have the parenting skills to watch you when you're like cramming shit in your mouth, that's just nature doing what nature does, man.
I mean, I'm all about people winning Darwin Awards. I think at 2, it's kind of harsh. It's a harsh judgment. Like,
that's valid.
None of us were very competent at 2. Now, if you're like 37 and choke on a lychee, fruit, that's a Darwin Award.
Legit.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the subject at hand. We're on a clock. Chop chop, people.
Sorry.
So, do you want us to make trap checking rolls?
Yep.
Or Okay.
Well, unless you want to like basically declare to me that you're taking like
I
as
could.
much time as it needs for you to thoroughly go
I
through the
mean,
room.
we can take like 10 minutes, right?
Probably be
I mean,
more
I
than
think
that.
so.
Because it takes Cat Bad 10 minutes to refocus anyway. So
Okay.
let's all take 10 minutes.
All right. You do not. Yeah, you don't discover any traps or anything in the room.
Okay. Within that 10-minute time, does Vasadi spot any magical concerns?
There are a couple of magical items, but not magical concern.
All right, so like no like explosive runes or anything like
No.
that.
Uh-uh.
Okay. All right. Well, Vasadi, if you want to grab those magical items and shove them into a bag for later analysis, uh, we can flip this bitch and do a thorough, proper looting and be on our way.
Chat, just so you know, I'm not like randomly having seizures when I'm like doing that. Like I there's a gnat that is like flying around in front of my face and I keep trying to like get it. I miss it. Just so you know, I'm not.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I just thought about it. Like I tried to get it again, and I was like, I bet Chat's like, why is he just like randomly like switch, like swashing
Switching.
his hand out there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's gnats. They love that eyeball juice. Like so, yeah.
Like one of those little. Like,
There's nothing so irksome as a persistent fly.
it's like
Yeah.
they're like those little like fruit fly gnats that just they're not trying to land on you. They just want to hover in front of your face and be like, "Hi, my name's
Confusedly
Joey.
buzzing
What's
about.
your name?" Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So I would like to make a thoroughly loot the room roll.
Okay. In the room, you discover so none of the chests or boxes are locked, as most of these items seem to have been personal to Akentepe. And obviously his soul would want to have immediate access to them, so why would they lock them?
Right.
Most of the goods that you find in the chest have basically like either disintegrated with time or are so fragile that just simply touching them causes them to just kind of crumble. And these are items such as like once fine clothing, sealed jars of food, stuff like that. What were you gonna ask, Stephen?
Saying, please don't wreck his nice clothing. It's terrible to be in the afterlife walking around in rags.
Yeah.
Or worse yet, naked.
Yeah. Yeah. With not but your spiritual cock swinging in the spiritual wind. Let's see. What is salvageable includes 2 vials of silver sheen, a +1 composite bow, 10 sleep arrows, a gold scarab clasp. Make me a crafting roll, someone.
I will do so in a moment. Composite bow.
I think your crafting's better than mine.
Yeah, I've actually put some effort into it, so I've leveled it up and stuff. I'm an expert crafter.
All right, I'm gonna change the music from Ilavara's like soul, crying out, "Where are you?"
Oh,
Where's everyone?
I will turn to my companions, and I will tell them flat out, in the event that I should have a similar fate befall me, and it is not possible to bring me back, don't bother spending money on any sort of ritual or ceremony or sending off. Liquidate all of my items into cash and send it to my family.
The end.
The end. That is my entire will and testament.
Omega, I I just killed a party member. Like, have some reverence. I'm not going to now throw a mimic at them and just complete the TPK. Like that would just be. That would
It would
be.
have starved down here.
That would
It
be
would have starved to death.
evil. That would be an evil GM move, and I am not an evil GM.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean,
I
we
would
know
say
what-
that as like neutral, lawful, like chaotic neutral GM.
Yeah. Chaotic neutral. You know,
Okay.
let the dice tell the tale.
mimics are living creatures. They need food frequently. It would have starved.
All right. So I have 2 vials of silver sheen, 10 sleep arrows, a +1 composite short bow,
Longbow.
longbow. Oh
Oh,
my.
darn.
This is
I don't
okay. So the
recommend those.
gold scarab clasp is worth about 50 gold pieces. There's an onyx and silver holy symbol of Pharasma, which is worth about 100 gold pieces.
Can I just say miscellaneous jewelry?
Sure. A silver hand mirror worth 35 gold.
Okay, so
And
we're up to like what, 185?
Can I keep the hand mirror for peeking around corners and stuff?
Sure, if you like. Write it down, and I'll take it out of the total.
well,
Okay.
don't. I'll assign it to you. I've created a parcel for all of it, so I'll
Oh,
just
sweet. Thanks.
put it in inventory. And last
Okay.
but not least, a wax sealed clay urn of what?
Organs?
Nard.
Oh, miscellaneous jewelry worth 150 good GP, and a bottle of nards.
Yep. Love the nard.
Okay.
At least they did. Okay, so here, I'll drop this parcel in, and let's find the mirror. Let's give that to Leah.
Thank you.
Now, so we've searched the room. Have we also, like, searched the sarcophagus itself?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
okay, so we entered it. We,
There
respectfully moved the remains of Akentepe, despite the fact that he's proven himself to be a raging dick. Carefully to one side.
Yes, his mummified body is in fact interred in this room.
Okay.
And yeah, there's some urns that are made of bronze that appear to be once contained leaves or scents or something like that, but now just hold like dust.
Are the urns themselves of any significant value or religious significance?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I would like to check this room to see if there are any secret doors that we have missed. I'm hoping that there's a shorter, easier way out of here.
In your search, you did not find any
Okay.
signs of
Okay.
doors or passageways.
All right. Well then, with that in mind, I think it is time for us to start making our way out.
Okay.
Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Make
Okay.
your way
And
back to.
everything.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I think we should make sure that he's back in his.
Sure. Well, we'll put him back in his sarcophagus and close the lid. Yeah.
We took him out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rummage.
Yeah,
But-
you had to like rifle through his pockets.
Oh, we were looking for anything.
Yeah.
Anything
Do I need to roll
interesting.
like a pickpocket check for the mummy?
No, he you weren't trying to sneakily do it. He's dead. Just do it with his full knowledge.
Gotcha.
Okay, you guys get back to the room with the rope. And guess what you see?
The rope has severed.
No, it's still there. Everyone make me an athletics roll to climb up the rope.
Okay. Before we make that roll,
Is that a dick move? That was a dick.
especially since we can take our time to do it, right?
Ilivara, you failed.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
dead.
so did I. I was carrying too much.
What were you going to say, Sam?
I was going to say that in one of the previous rooms, the room where the chariot was, that chest that gave us so much trouble
Mhm.
with its illusionary, imaginary false bottom, I remember that being of some value, and I don't think that we did anything to reclaim it. So on the way out, we are going to basically tie it to the end of the rope so that when we haul the rope up, it comes with us.
Okay. I like you. Yeah, you've got it.
We do. Okay. I wasn't sure if we took it or not.
I'm gonna go last to make sure that Ilivara gets hoisted up.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm having trouble climbing for some reason.
Yeah,
Agree.
Catbad. Do you have do you have an ability like to basically, land like a cat as part of your catfolk?
In theory, but I haven't adopted it yet.
So you don't know how to cat yet?
I know how to cat, but I don't know how to cat well.
Um,
So I don't gain any benefits for falling, as far as I know. Let me double check.
you take 4 points of falling damage, 4 points of bludgeoning
Oh, I
damage.
do have cat fall. I do have cat fall.
Oh, you do?
I didn't think I did, but I do.
Okay, disregard that.
You get hurt though.
Somehow he manages to land on his feet. We don't know how.
He's a cat.
Only a cat knows. Okay, make me another attempt here, Catbad.
All right. Back up to the skills. That's athletics. There, that's better.
Yes, much. Okay. So you guys managed to climb up the rope and hoist up Ilivara's corpse along with the chest. And where do you guys want to go? What do you want to do?
I mean, I feel like we have to go to the temple first.
Okay.
I mean, once once we're out of the tomb, one of us can like run and rent a like wagon or whatever.
I think I got it.
To speed the whole process up. Okay.
I think I got it.
All right.
No, I'm saying I think I got the gnat.
Oh, good.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I was. I wasn't saying that to you. Like, no, Sam. I think I got it. Okay.
No, I was like, that is passive aggressive, but okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Aggressive. I'm not
Yeah.
in my safe place. GM is getting aggressive.
Okay, so yeah, like let us go get a wagon or something, so that we can quite literally haul Ilivara to the temple, and see if there's anything to be done.
Okay. Describe to me how you're getting this wagon. You just gonna walk up to someone and be like, punch him in the face? I need your wagon.
No, most major cities will have, like stables where you can rent like horses and mules and wagons. Right?
You want to go to Enterprise rent a wagon?
Correct.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, we want to go to Ewhurst.
Ewhurst. Oh wow. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then in that case,
make me a. Well, actually, someone just mark off. You can rent a wagon for 2 gold per day.
okay, well, I will pay the 2 gold.
No, I'll pay it. I'm going to end up owing you money anyway.
Fair enough. Okay.
So you make your way back with the wagon, and you're able to gather up all of your loot and your dead compatriot.
Fallen friend.
Yeah.
Right.
And you make your way to the temple. Now, as you approach the temple of Phrasma, you notice that there's actually like a large crowd of people that are gathered in front, and you actually see 2 of the city guards like standing in front of the doorway, kind of barring people's access in, to just like keep order, and people are like clamoring, calling out for priests needing help. And
Why are they?
as,
What are they shouting about?
well, as you get closer, you see that these different groups appear to be other adventuring groups that also have fallen companions.
Okay.
And they're like, screaming that we're running out of time, we need help, like my friend so and so. It appears that several of the adventuring groups also ran into
Met a similar fate.
similar fates.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I assume that we will eventually form an orderly queue. You know, like my arcane knowledge, like or a religion roll from Vasadi or whatever. Like, how long do we have before Ilivara's spirit like basically leaves this plane?
Hold on.
Is it the magic hour or is it something else? I see on that map there's some interesting locations.
Which I am 100% down for exploring later.
Well, there's Pharasma's Needle and the Hall of Blessed Rebirth. Those two. But I don't know what the Hall of Blessed Rebirth has to do with anything else.
Okay.
What is Pathfinder's Revivify?
Yeah, I'm actually looking that up. There is a resurrect. It takes a day. Target must have died within the past year.
So we have some time.
The Lady of Graves decided the target's time has come, or the target doesn't wish to return. This automatically fails, but you cover this after.
Because you have to spend the money.
Critical success fell. Critical fell. You guys need to find 75 gold pieces worth of diamonds times the level. Oh, by the way, each of you guys just leveled up.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Ding.
You got to play the level up music. What is it? No, that's not
I
right.
imagine the Legend of Zelda song for when you open a chest.
Yeah, right. That.
The one I'll always think of is the one from League of Legends.
Yeah, I go for the one from City of Heroes.
Good feet, skill feet.
No,
But that
that's not
involves
it.
sparkly lines and swirls too.
No, that's not it.
Okay, so
Elvar's
75
name is not
gold.
Wilhelm.
A Wilhelm scream.
It is the Wilhelm scream.
Okay. I'm all about that, but I really, really want to like lock this down.
Okay.
So we know that we will need roughly. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. We know that we'll need roughly 225 gold worth of diamonds, as a physical component, for the casting ritual.
Yes.
General rule of thumb: how much gold will we need for the priesthood to actually do the ritual? Like I need to know if this is something feasible or not. Like if this is more money than we have, then it's a moot point.
Okay. So it is a spell. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Let's. Somebody has me on an open mic, and they need to stop. It's making me crazy.
Echo.
What is it?
Testing.
Hello.
Testing.
All right.
All right.
It was Steven.
I think it was Cat Bad. He has solved the issue.
The
Thanks.
kitty.
Okay. It will cost. They will charge 150 gold pieces.
Okay.
Which is it's 150 gold piece donation.
Understood.
To the cause. And then along with the required materials.
Right. So I mean that's actually like 375 gold. I feel is a very reasonable number. I think that we can easily achieve that. As a matter of fact, we may have that on our person. Like kind of like let's empty out Roz's pockets, Ilavar's pockets, and see how much money like she's got, and everyone pitch into the kitty.
Press release. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no offense there, Cat Bad.
Shake the corpse down.
Yeah, hold the corpse like by its ankles and shake.
Right.
That would be demonstrative. Yes.
Yeah. How much gold does everyone have on them at the moment?
I have 89, and I will donate it all.
Okay.
I have 367.
Okay. I mean,
we
we're
got-
set. Let me just do this, right? Hang on. I want to divide by 5. All right. So in theory, it should be 75 gold per person in the group.
Okay.
I am more than happy to, contribute that out of my share of whatever loot we've managed to achieve. Do the priests have the diamonds on hand that we can buy from them, or do we have to run to the jeweler mart?
Yeah.
Um,
So normally they would keep, some of these supplies on hand. Right now, with the extreme demand, they do not have those.
okay.
There
So
are
Dave's diamond
several
discount is full
adventuring
price.
groups that are seeking the same thing that you are.
Right.
While we wait in line, a couple of you should go out and find diamonds.
Right. I was kind of hoping that we could have Catbad and Vasadi guard the wagon.
Okay.
I feel like between Hylia and myself, we have the requisite skills to either purchase the diamonds or acquire them by another means if necessary.
Yeah, know what I'm saying?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay. Okay, so let
They're going
us.
to be 75 gold pieces to use for me.
Okay. If you want us to do a separate tally and have our pockets and all that stuff, we can do that. But I would prefer to just kind of hand wave it and say we have the requisite gold to buy the diamonds should it come to that, and then make our trip to the merchant's quarter.
Okay, so first of all, Ilavara, how much How much gold do you have? What do they pilfer off of your corpse?
I am seeing 1,068 gold pieces and 197 silver pieces.
Okay.
She
All
got
right.
this. It's fine.
So we'll take that with us so that we have a cushion. In the event that some merchant gets greedy and is like, "No, I want to charge you double or whatever." Um,
What skill are you going to use to try to locate said merchant?
okay. Well, there's society, right? Um, hang on. I actually have a number of skills that would be appropriate. I feel like my lore high society skill should be able to allow me to spot high end gem dealers. Like I would know what to look for, where to look for it. Uh, Failing that, there's society, or I could make a diplomacy roll to ask someone to point me in the right direction.
You tell me. What?
I think the high society is probably the strongest because we're dealing with big ticket, big money items. Like this is shopping for expensive jewelry is like a thing that nobles do all the time. Like I feel like this is a skill that should totally line up with that.
And we
Not
are like
sure that
filthy.
diamonds are rare, but not that rare.
Right. But we are talking about
Diamonds
a
are
fairly
forever.
large sum of gold here.
So,
Yeah.
high society would tell you to try to find the area of town that would have or like high end, markets and stuff like that. It doesn't really
Okay.
tell you where in Wati.
So then society.
Again, would kind of tell you the same info. Like
Well, let me turn it around and ask you, what skill would be appropriate for me to go, hey, I need to buy some gems?
probably ask around, to like
Okay.
try to find someone who actually lives here and be like, hey.
So that would be like a diplomacy check?
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Hey,
we have
I need to get some gems and some stuff. I'll ask one of the guards. Surely the guards know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the guards are like, yeah, you know what? Actually, if you head to, so there's two places.
Mhm.
Obviously, the midwife district has a lot of markets and things as such, and there's also a location in the Asp district that he they guide you towards.
Okay, I'd
But
like to sense motive on this guy. Is he setting me up or is he giving me genuine
uh,
good advice?
that is a great plan. Make me a perception roll.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually he's a dick.
Okay.
He has been answering adventurers like where's this and where's that questions all day, and at this point he's just like, all of you guys can fuck off.
Okay. Well, midwife district then. And
Okay.
then once we get to the district, we can kind of ask around.
Yeah, and you remember as you pass through, because you guys have you went through the midwife district to reach your the Tooth and Hookah, which is also in the midwife district, but more back towards kind of like the back towards the river. There are a couple of large. So there's the Sunburst Market,
Mm-hmm.
which you don't know the name of it, but you remember passing through like a large market area. It's like a big plaza. There's a large shrine of Wajet there. Um, there is a Yeah. Okay.
Don't,
So that would
yeah,
that
don't
would be the
drown me in options here. Just give me the most likely one, and that's where we're going.
that's the area I would go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Pylea, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm super charismatic. I'm sure we're filthy, smell like Tomb Raiders, and are
They
covered in.
they won't care as
Okay,
long as
perfect.
we have money.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
You are pretty stinky.
I'm sure that they've served worse.
That's
Have
fair.
they? Have they?
Well, I guess we're going to
Yes.
find out.
Question for you. Are you going to try to also sell like a bunch of the stuff that you have, or
That will be part of the negotiations.
okay?
What I'm doing here is I want to my goal here is to have a relatively smooth transaction with as little like outrageous like grift as possible, right? So I'm going to go to someone who has the requisite.
I'm full of grift.
The conversation is going to go something like, "Hey, I need X amount of diamonds, um, and they're gonna name a number, and then I'm gonna be like, if that number is at all close to the number that we've calculated, then I'll be like, okay, fine, right? If they come back with a ridiculous number, or if they refuse to like sell us any of this stuff at all, then then we will have to look into like another method. If they come back and they're like, well, I need X amount of this, and I was like, okay, well then what will you trade me for this? Because I have a few items that are of value that may interest them.
Yeah,
But if they're just a gem merchant, they're not a pawn shop. They're probably not going to be interested in trying to liquidate magic items.
yeah. Sam, be prepared to be grifted.
I'm expecting a certain amount of grift, um, but I will
Yeah.
accept a certain amount of grift.
You have a maximum griftability threshold.
I have a grift limit.
Don't cross my
Rift
grift line.
threshold.
Yeah.
Don't cross my
Rift
grift line.
threshold.
Okay, so the first thing you notice when you get to the market, it's extremely busy, and most of it seems to be centered around like antiquities merchants trying to basically buying shit that adventuring groups have found in the necropolis. There's a lot
Yeah.
of like clamor and haggle over like relics and things of that nature.
And that will absolutely be us at some point either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, that is the primary activity that's happening right now. As far as you locating a merchant that is, has gems, so some of the adventuring parties have actually recovered gems and
Mhm.
are, selling them to merchants. So you are seeing some of that being exchanged. Most of the exchange is kind of similar stuff to what you guys looted.
Right.
Antique books and chests and urns and ancient
I'm not dragging
weapons.
my feet here. I want to, I'm here to get this stuff before, like, the market is cornered by the other adventurers that are also trying to get, the requisite supplies for their fallen comrades.
Okay.
So no
So
dawdling.
so you spy a merchant who just recently transacted with an adventuring party, and you saw that some gems were exchanged. You approach them, ask for diamonds, and
You there, good fellow. I would speak with you regarding a purchase.
yes, what are you looking for?
I am in the market for a fair number of diamonds, and I was wondering what you have available.
Diamonds. Okay. Be more specific. What type of diamond?
Now, in my head, Thad, uh, for the ritual, does it matter if it's like one giant honking stone?
It does not.
Okay. Um, So, like, we could look for like some mid to low quality level diamonds.
Yeah, they just have to
Okay.
equal. Like you could
200.
buy one exquisite stone that's worth 275 gold or whatever the number was,
I think it was 225. Hold on.
or five like industrial grade. Like the offering to the grave lady needs to be 275 gold worth of diamonds.
Okay. Why 275?
Or whatever the number was.
Yeah,
It's
it's
what did I say? It
Illavar is
was
still technically third level, right?
yes,
Okay, so that would be 75 gold per level is 225.
225.
Yeah. Okay. Uh I will say I'm looking for a middling stone of good but not necessarily flawless quality in the realm of somewhere between 200 to 400 gold pieces in value.
A single stone, you say?
I am willing to negotiate on that. Should you provide me with some sort of discount, should you be unable to meet my needs otherwise?
Make me a diplomacy roll.
Yep.
Nice. Wow. Looks at you and goes, okay. You're saying that you're flexible then
I am
in
flexible.
okay. So I don't happen to have the stone that you are inquiring on. However, I have these four stones that are smaller, which would total, uh, say, 425 gold pieces.
Okay. Um 425 is a little steep for gems of these quality. Um but I'm not entirely like I'm not gonna like walk away like, oh, this is disgusting. No, I don't have time for that level of performance. Um, I will say, what say you? Oh, did we get any gems in our exploration?
You did.
Okay,
They were. I'm looking at all of your guys' story because I'm.
Dude,
I don't. Did we get?
yeah, I seem to recall gems in like one of the treasure chests. As a matter of fact, I think it was the treasure chest that we had so much trouble with. I think it had gems in it.
yeah, it didn't it? They weren't necessarily specified out though.
Right. Well, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and do a trade across for something kind of closer to fair value.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I there was part of the parcel that I left out
Yeah.
of that final the burial chamber.
Hmm.
There is a set of studded leather armor.
Oh,
Um, very very fine quality. It does emit magic.
in the bag.
As a matter of fact, I'll just tell you, it's a +2 graded resilient studded leather armor.
Ooh.
There is a collection of carnelian, lapis, and turquoise gems. That's what I was
Okay.
thinking of. There's a lesser elixir of dark vision, a darkwood coffer that contained 500 gold,
Okay.
a lesser elixir of life, and a funerary mask
Ah.
valued at 500 gold pieces. So the actual funerary mask of Akentepe in Akentepe's likeness.
Wow.
I
Well,
feel
we're
like
not going
that.
to trade that away.
Yeah.
But the like the carnelians, the lapis lazuli,
Uh,
like I will put those on the table and say, you know, what would you credit us towards for these to lower the price of that?
Make me another diplomacy roll.
All right.
While that's happening, I'm just gonna keep my head on a swivel and looking around to make sure we're not being followed or
Menaced.
In any way, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, nice roll.
Thank you.
He says, "I'll tell you what. I'll trade you straight across."
Done, my good man. And a handshake and a hearty thank you. I have no idea what I just gave away.
Yeah, make me a crafting roll if you're curious.
I am somewhat curious.
That's a very good roll.
Yeah.
The value of the gems that you gave him was probably about 400. The value
Okay.
of the diamonds that you have obtained is about 200.
Wait, so these are not sufficient.
Nope.
Okay. So, I will say to him, I said I needed a certain amount of diamond. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. So I'm not asking him to throw it in for free. I will certainly pay for it, but we need a little bit more for our purposes.
There's a lapis and carnelian pendant that was
Okay.
in the items that you had. He will offer you another stone, and he's very defensive now because
Okay.
basically you're him ripping you off, which he did. But people don't like to be called out on their bullshit. But
Well, I did make a good diplomacy roll.
you did,
You
you did. That's the only
I'm
reason
not
he's
like, you
entertaining it.
thief, you disgusting, vile, like gutter scum. I'm like, yeah, we need to make this a little bit like, the calculations a little off.
So he will provide you with another diamond, which he tells you the value is 50 gold,
Mm.
and he will trade that to you for the lapis and carnelian pendant.
Hmm.
Do I need to make another roll for crafting and whatnot, or do I know that that's a decent trade?
You need to make another roll.
All right. Okay.
That actually seems to be. He seems to be pretty legit this time. What he's
Okay.
telling you, the lapis and carnelian pendant, you think it's probably worth a bit more, but probably not worth
I
haggling
mean,
over.
yeah, I'm aware that there's also like a certain like transitional or transactional like fee attached to converting these stones into value. So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All right.
And
So
Omega,
250 GB of diamonds.
yes. Omega, yes, you are correct. That was the uh, armor set that I was referencing. It is actually a really nice set of armor. All right, I'm going to dump that parcel into the party stuff
Okay.
for you guys to figure out what you're going to do with later, but I have removed the gems stuff from it. Okay, you head back to the temple. The rest of the people are still in line, but they have moved up. It looks like your turn will be approaching shortly. After a period of time of standing in the hot sun and sweating your asses off, you finally reach the doors. The guards allow you in.
Okay.
What do you wish to tell the
Um,
priests?
well, so here's the question. Would it be better for a member of another faith, like Vasadi, or a follower of Caden Kalian, like Cathbad, to speak with the priesthood regarding this? Um, or should I do it in a more like mercantile transactional? And this is I'm asking the group in general what you guys think.
I don't deal with holy men.
Okay, Cathbad.
Right. I can negotiate to some extent, but you have more skill as at that
Okay.
dealing with
Would you
humans.
would you be more comfortable guarding our goods while
Oh,
we?
yeah, always.
Okay, I'd rather crack skulls than argue with priests. Well, I am sympathetic. Okay, I will step forward, engage the priests. Um, and make arrangements to one, donate to their fine temple, and two, to once the donation is complete, to bring our fallen friend back from the lands of dust and shadow.
Okay. What would you like to say to them?
Uh, you know, this is Pharasma, right?
Yep.
You know, we were enjoined to, um, investigate the tomb of Akentepe, and during the course of our investigation, our friend was viciously attacked and succumbed to her wounds. We feel that her time is not yet, and we would beg the priesthood to grant us their divine favor to bring our fallen friend back to the land of the living.
Yes, yes. So first of all, you notice that the priestess that you're speaking to appears to be absolutely exhausted, and she's flanked by a couple of other priestesses.
We're kind of
Um,
propping her up.
yeah, pretty much. And they all just appear to be, just completely spent. And but she has a kind smile, and she says, "Yes, it seems that several have met the same fate as your companion. Do you have her? You have him or her with you?
We do.
Okay. May I see companion?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, with Cat Bad watching, like the wagon and goods and whatnot, I will, myself, Vasadi, and Hylia can go and bring in, Ilavara's, fallen corpse.
Okay, so they lead you to an antechamber in the back of the temple where there's actually like a raised stone block um, that is actually like ornately carved with those of you with uh, you know religious knowledge recognized to be the obvious symbols of Pharasma. Those that you don't have religious knowledge, you've seen enough of Erasma around town that you're like, oh
These
yeah,
are fairly common symbols.
yeah. Here, I mean, you've come to recognize them. The priestess asks you to gently lay your companion, and then she asks if you have the requisite donation and materials.
We do. And we will make that donation, and we will provide them with the materials necessary.
Okay. And then she asks, and one final, do each of you have something that signifies your personal bond to your companion that you can leave with her uh, to entice her to also want to come back and rejoin your group? Something that signifies your bond, the meaning that she had to your party, your group.
Okay. So are they asking for something that we think of when we think of Ilovara, or something that Ilovara would think of when she thinks of us?
Either.
Okay. I will lay my alchemist tools at the foot of the stone table.
Okay.
And I'll go out and I'll tell Catbad what the deal is, and I'll watch the wagon while he himself makes arrangements to do likewise.
Aliyah, what are you
I'm going
going
to leave
to?
a very good bottle of wine.
Nice.
Okay, Stephen, you said that you're going to leave a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Okay. Aliyah. Hello?
Would help if
Ilias
I came
responds.
off of mute.
Where the hell's the princess?
She left her voice. It's like the Little Mermaid.
I'll leave. I'll leave one of my sets of thieves' tools.
Okay. Asadi?
Guess a roll of bandages.
It's freaking perfect.
Here's a
That
can.
is.
Elevar definitely used a lot of those.
Yeah, can of bandages. Okay. It is time for our second break. When we get back, we will have the priestesses engage in trying to convince the grave lady to relinquish the soul of Ilavara. We'll also find out if Ilavara wishes to return. So let's take our second break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
I tried so hard to be a friend. I tried so hard to love again. But things, they just don't happen so easy. Every time I give my heart away, something always seems to get in the way. So I just tend to be on my own. Sometimes I feel so lonely, and I know I'm not the only one who wants to survive. And sometimes I need somebody to tell me that they love me, so I don't lose my mind. 'Cause I'm far away, so far away. I'm far away, so far But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never enough. We hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on.
Now I remember everything, and how careless we got. It's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends, and we
All right, we're back.
Oh no, name it Feather.
Yeah.
All right, click the circle, push your button, rub your fun button if you're here.
What?
Wait.
I have more than one of those.
That's a little gross.
All
And
right.
also, for the record, I'd like to say it's more than a button. Thank you very much.
I have more than one.
Hmm.
Does that count?
Rub your button mushroom. Okay. Everyone is back. Chat, are you back? ULP. Everyone like snacks and hot pockets, gaming materials, Mountain Dew, burritos, calzones, Princess.
Man, I wish I had a calzone.
Me
Right.
too.
Ooh,
That
we
sounds
got
good.
pizza last night. It was so good.
Isn't like a sausage, an Italian sausage calzone, with like lots of fresh parm, marinara dripping out of it.
I mean,
Talking about.
I think you and your wife need to have a little heart to heart, because you're coming to this chat awfully freaking horny. I'm just saying.
Awfully horny for calzone.
Something.
I'm pretty.
You're a
Pizza.
I'm pretty horny for pizza. Yeah. Princess, is this true?
You're hot for pizza,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
he's a thirsty boy.
Yeah.
Here, the term of hot for teacher too.
I have an insatiable sex drive for pizza.
I got a really good New York style pizza last night, and it was amazing.
Oh man, sounds good.
Yeah,
All right.
New York style is the best. All right.
Back to it. Okay. So after each of you leave your tokens, the priestess ask you to exit, and they state that they will obviously need a significant amount of time, and they tell you that you should return on the morrow.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Before we leave the temple, I would like to have a conversation with one of the lesser priests.
okay.
In the course of our investigation, a spiteful glyph was carved into my forehead by the vengeful inhabitant of said tomb.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, huh?
How difficult would it be for that to be removed?
It's a relatively simple incantation.
Okay.
A 50 gold donation to the poor
May be sufficient.
would probably be sufficient for
Okay.
them to take care of that.
We will revisit that. I realize that the priesthood today is very busy. So we will revisit that at another time.
Fair enough.
When they have had a chance to catch a breather.
Okay. While you were at the temple, you may as well receive your next assignment. Typically, that would be handled back at the the staging area where you guys had originally gotten your first one. But if you want to receive it here at the temple, you They
All right.
are also have been given like the assignments
Okay.
in case people happen to go to the temple and can't fucking follow instructions. No.
We're, purely as a matter of convenience. Like, we
Yes.
can totally follow directions if necessary.
Oh,
Are given your next assignment out of the lottery, which is a place that is called the House of Pentheru.
All right. The House
Um,
of Pentheru.
you are
Could you
also,
spell that for me?
yeah, it's PENTHERU.
All right. It's pretty much spelled as it sounds.
Yep. And you are handed another map of the necropolis with the location.
Okay.
so we were supposed to also give them like the historical things we found.
We will address that soon. I have no idea what time of day it is, but
It's very late afternoon,
right.
bordering early evening.
Wouldn't it make sense to do that while we're getting the assignment since we're dealing
Well,
with
I
that?
don't think it's the priesthood that's going to assess
Well,
the
they could at
items
least
of
tell us
historical value.
where to go.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's fine.
I think I know where we need to go. What we need to decide is do we join the crush of people that are trying to quickly offload the goods that they received today, for whatever price we can get, or do we wait until a later date, but in the knowledge that we will be required to guard these goods until such time as we're able to offload them? Like there's a
There's a few
risk
things we
versus
can't
reward.
carry.
Yeah.
Like we
Like,
can do it tomorrow.
yeah, I mean, we could rent a vault in a bank, right? We can just cram all this shit in there, and it'll sit. Like it won't go bad. Um, but if we have time tomorrow and we want to sell it to we can offload it and get a good price for it, then sure.
So
I'm
the
pretty sure it will take Ilbara at least a day to recover from being raised.
A good point.
well, remember you guys are on a all of these are timed. So you
Right.
will have tomorrow to basically buy, whatever supplies you want, sell shit if you want to, whatever, and then the gates will open the following morning for stage 2 of the
Hmm.
lottery search. The marker I just put on the map is the location of where the House of Pentheru is.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, as you make your way back to the hookah, I presume you guys want to head back to after a long day of all the excitement and to heal up and all that stuff. Yes, or is there something different
Yes,
you
Uh,
want
and
to do?
level up.
yeah, definitely. Clean up, level up. As long as we can find someone or somewhere to store our goods safely.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so the Tooth and Hookah can accommodate that for you.
Okay.
They'll give you like essentially it's going to be a storage room that they have,
Okay.
and there is going to be a charge. They'll charge you 1 gold per day and guarantee that it will be secured. The room will be locked, and you will be the only person provided with the key, other than them, of course.
Okay. I mean, that seems like a reasonable caution to take.
One of the things that you discover when you are back at the Tooth and Hookah is that they so it's kind of been almost an informal gathering has been arranged of different adventuring parties there at the Tooth and Hookah, and they're not that they're necessarily staying there, but that just seems to be like kind of a good fun
Kind of
meeting
like where
point.
everyone ends up at
Yeah,
the end of the day.
yeah, exactly. And so one thing that you notice is that there are several apparent other like adventuring parties that have gathered and are, in the main like tap room area, um, that are, there and kind of sharing stories and boasting of their exploits. Some of them seem to be showing off some of the riches that they've found, drinking, and, imbibing and uh, devouring delicious Syrian. Um, Meanwhile, back at the temple, the priestesses have begun their ritual. Um, Roz, like you to join me in sidebar, please.
Oh yes.
Okay, so um, they began their ritual, and as your spirit is kind of currently in this enshrouded in darkness, you haven't yet actually been met by any entities, but you have an awareness. Um, and because you aren't necessarily like a particular follower of any deity, you seem to kind of be in limbo. Someone will pick you up at some point. You have like the feeling of that, but you don't have like this immediate entourage of people wanting to escort you. Um, you hear the faint chanting of voices, and they seem to be beckoning and calling you. And as you turn your focus to what they're saying, almost through like a haze, you see kind of a portal of light that you can peer through, and you actually are able to view this room almost like you're looking through like a scrying mirror. Um, and you see your body lying on this stone uh, block or slab, beautifully ornate, and you notice that the symbols of Pharasma seem to be glowing very brightly to you. There's like light that is emanating from them, almost to the point that it's painful to look at, um, but not in a like an evil way. Just uh, like stepping out into bright
Very
sunlight.
bright.
Yeah. Um, you've got a very thin, um, transparent, like sheet of linen that has been laid over your body. Your arms are crossed on your chest. Your eyes are closed. Um, and some of the priestesses are tending to your body. You see them applying um, fragrances and oils, making different symbols and marks like on your palm, the palms of your hands. So they would like lift one of your hands up off of your chest, and they would inscribe kind of like a symbol on your palm using, tracing this with some type of an oil or extract of some sort, and then they would place, your hands back on your chest again. And you see them marking like symbols on your forehead. um, it as you're standing there, you sense the presence of something or someone else, and as you turn and look, you see like a shrouded figure, and you can't see their face, but something just tells you that this is the Grave Lady, and you hear a voice in your head that tells you that she is um, she is pleased with the offering that has been made to her of the diamonds. She's willing to accept that in exchange for returning your soul back to your body. But the decision is yours. and you look down on the table and you see the gifts or the tokens of remembrance that your friends have left you, and it's your choice. What would you like to do?
I have been entranced by this whole narrative. Wow, this is great, by the way. I just wanted to say that.
Thanks.
Yeah, so Ilivara, she'll kind of, pause for a moment. I mean, it's not every so often that someone gets to make a decision like whether to remain in the underworld or to return to the world of the living. But she thinks for a moment. She looks to the shrouded figure. She looks to the window into the living world that she sees. And she looks at Pharasma and nods and says, I would accept this exchange. I am ready to return to the living world.
Okay. Be warned that the return will not be pleasant. And I have foreseen that the path that you think that you were upon is going to change.
This I have already come to realize myself, Ilivara says, and she nods, she has an understanding. She agrees with that.
Yes. You're needed elsewhere. I'm not unkind to those who are followers of Irori, and I understand, child, that you follow your own path, but yet you still serve the needs of Irori. And though I am not it I'll be honest, I'm somewhat irritated in having to pass this message to you, as I feel it's beneath me to be the messenger, but Irori needs you elsewhere. You are being called back to the monastery.
And I shall answer this call.
That is all I have to say. She
Thank you
turns.
for speaking to me.
She turns and she parts. You see her fade away, and suddenly this like scrying portal that you've been viewing grows larger and larger and envelops you, and you feel like as you look down at your hands, you can almost see like these like the almost like photons of light are streaming from your hands back to the crossed hands of your body laying on the table, and you feel like almost like these photons just pulling at your arms and your face, your hair, your legs, your body, as you're being essentially like drawn back into your physical form. You don't know how much time has elapsed during all of this, but you see time almost like in fast forward motion, where you see people moving in and out of the room, and like almost and like fast forward, and you see like the room get dark, and then you see like candles quickly lit and they're flickering, but in again like you're watching a video and fast forward, and then you see the candles burning down to like stubs, and then it goes dark, and then you see like the dawn light entering into the room as the sun is rising, but again in fast forward motion, and then suddenly everything seems to stop as it's daylight, and you open your eyes and sit up on the stone block as this transparent linen sheet falls from your face.
Ilivara feels a compulsion to take the linen sheet and picks it up and kind of holds it basically like she's attached to it.
Okay. As you swing your feet off of the block, you feel unsteady, but you're able to stand. One of the priestess enters into the room and bows to you and says, "Welcome back, my lady."
Thank you. I have been away, it would seem.
Your companions have not. They're not here. We sent them away, but we can send a message to them to come here, or if you know where they're at, you're free to go.
Yes, there's a tavern they frequent, and I suspect they will be there.
Okay. All right. I'm going to reverse time back to the previous evening and rejoin the rest of the group. You're not there, obviously. This is all the things that have transpired up until the next day, but we're going to be going back in time to what happened at the tavern the evening before in your absence. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll join you back in regular channel.
Read up on that.
Okay.
Warden medic?
Ward medic.
Ward.
Yeah, you've studied in large medical wards, treating several patients at once, tending to all their needs. When you use treat disease or treat wounds, you can treat up to 2 targets. If you're a master in medicine, you can treat up to 4 targets. And if you're legendary, you can treat up to 8. So there you go. Those are some of your options if you wanted to go further down the medic tree.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So back with you guys, and then here's what I would like to do is I can help you guys do your level up and all that fun stuff throughout the week. If you have any questions, again, probably easiest to use that website, which I can provide
Pathbuilder.
you the link for if you need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I threw them $5. Like I think that website is so damn handy.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Like it's. I even was talking to some of the guys at Fantasy Grounds and mentioned that website. I said, it'd be awesome if there would be a way to actually integrate that into Fantasy Grounds. And
Oh my God, would it?
yeah, the unfortunate part is kind of like what they were explaining to me. The coding that's involved in that is a
Yeah.
full website that is dedicated to doing one thing.
Yep.
So it's not really plausible or reasonable to have something of that nature. But yeah, it would be super cool. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, you guys are hanging out in the tavern, and again, you've noticed that there are. It looks like there's about 5 other adventuring companies that are present there.
Okay.
What do you guys like to do?
Well, I would like to schmooze and find out how everyone did.
Okay.
Were there any big strikes? Did anyone have amazingly good or bad luck? That sort of thing.
You observe that so of these 5 groups, there's a group that appears to be humans that are from all around like the inner sea region. So there's like a Chelish Cavalier, a Nexian appears to be some kind of a magic user. There's an obvious cleric of Sarenrae that looks like they're Kadiran. The leader of that group appears to be like maybe a rogue. He's a human male. There's a second group that's an all-female adventuring party. There is a group composed entirely of halflings, and they and their pack of trained Katapeshi fighting dogs.
Interesting. Wow, they let the dogs in the tavern.
They're very well trained.
They're very well trained. Okay.
Yes.
They're in service dogs.
Yes, they are. They are in service dogs. There's another party that's there that seems to be like mostly rogues and and then like one dude in robes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. One of them, one of the rogues is a female half elf who appears to be their leader. And then there is the fifth group that you observe, also led by a female human dressed in robes, probably some kind of a magic user. There's in that party there is a half elf, more like beefier armor, so you're thinking probably traditional like fighter class, but still wearing like leather, so you're like fighter, but probably delves in some of the arts of some of the street arts. Um, all of them are wearing a pendant that has the symbol of Nethys.
Okay.
This group
Oh wait,
all
when you say all of them, you mean everyone in the group wears the symbol of Nethys?
yes.
Yeah. Nethys is the god of mages, isn't he?
Make me a religion roll.
I feel like this should be fairly common knowledge. All right, hang on. Yonder lies my roll.
And lo, it was good.
And lo, it was good enough.
So Nethys is also known as the all-seeing eye, and
Okay.
is all about like the domains are like destruction, glyph, knowledge, magic, protection.
Right. Yeah.
Sort of
Well,
thing.
Nethys is one of those gods, if I remember correctly, that has like sort of a split personality. Like
I think literally so.
Yeah, like half of Nethys is geared towards like channeling destructive energies. The other half is like towards channeling restorative energies.
Right. And is also revered as like the god king to like in Ossyria, especially like in ancient Ossyrian.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
But
He's
yes,
he's big in local religion.
yeah. But yeah, the symbol is like a human mask with one side being light and the other being dark. So yeah, it's like that split, like you said.
Yeah.
That is
So let's
correct.
see. We have a group of halfling adventurers with their war dogs. We've got various stripes of groups with rogues and warriors.
Yeah, you come to find that each of these groups have a name. So the first group that I described to you, they're the Crypt Finders. The all-female adventuring party are the Daughters of the Desert.
Hold on. I'm going to want to write these down.
Yeah.
The names of the groups are the Crypt Finders. Wow. Talk about, being specialized. Yeah.
Well,
The
remember
Daughters of...
that most of these adventuring groups formed up specifically to that like they formed for the sole purpose of
looting the necropolis.
looting the necropolis. Yeah, getting
Okay.
into the lottery, and then so
okay. So the Daughters of
the Desert is the all-female adventuring party. Here's that they follow a human bard. Her name is Sigrun Firehair.
Oh man. Sigrun. Is that Sigrun or
Correct.
Sigr? Okay.
Oh, she's an Olfen.
She's Ulfin.
Hair. A bard. Okay. All right. So we've got the Crypt Finders, the Daughters of the Desert.
The dog soldiers. They are the halflings with their Adapeshi fighting dogs.
Okay. The dog soldiers.
They are led by the loquacious and hard drinking Mad Dog Morrow, male halfling barbarian.
Okay. All right. So that was
Nothing strikes fear into the foes more than a crazed halfling.
really. I find that nothing strikes fear in my heart more than being set on fire. But by all means.
Raging, swinging his battle axe.
Okay. So
taking your knees
Mad
out.
Dog. Mad Dog what?
Marrow, Marro.
Okay. Led by Mad Dog Morrow, and you said that he was a.
Male halfling.
Okay. Well. Okay. So we've got the Daughters of the Desert, led by Sigrun Firehair. We've got the Dog Soldiers, led by Mad Dog Marrow.
The Sand Scorpions are
Yeah.
the kind of shady characters that are keeping mostly to themselves, but seem to be dressed in armor that lends to the arts of street.
Right. Ahem. Rogues.
Hylia's like,
Yeah, there's like a handshake and a fist bump and a wink and a nod, and Hylia's down with all of that. I got
yeah.
it. And so the Sand
No.
Scorpions have not like announced who their leader is or anything like that.
No,
Okay.
so you're gathering this information just kind of by observing and overhearing conversations. If you want to like find out more, you'll have to go and talk to these people. But these guys seem to
That will
be
never happen. Thank you.
these guys seem to be keeping more to themselves in the corner.
Okay.
The last group is the Scorched Hand.
That's the Nethys followers.
Yes.
Scorched. So they sound like evil followers of Nethys.
I mean, not necessarily.
Evil followers of Nethys. A group of Nethys followers. All right.
Yeah, and the person that seems to be like in charge there is a female human. She's dressed in robes.
Named.
Would you like to go up there and ask them?
Well, I'm always interested in discussions of an arcane nature, so by all means, I will engage them in conversation.
Okay. So as you approach, she looks at you and kind of scowls and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
I noticed your pendant, indicating that you are a follower of Nethys. I am curious to hear your thoughts on the subject of, and my character will name like some of the more interesting, like kind of college level bullshittery that like academics would discuss regarding like Nethys.
Make me a religion roll. Let's see what
Why
you
is
can.
it? Why does it have to be religion if I'm using Arcana?
I mean, because Arcana is discussing like the actual use of magic and whatnot.
And that's
Ethos
kind of what
is
I'm.
a religion, and if you're wanting to discuss a religion, then you would make a
Okay.
religion roll. You can engage in the discussion of magic use and leave Nethys out of it if you like.
Well, Nethys is obviously a big deal to them, so I hesitate to do so. Um, like
So
I'm not a
you're able.
religious guy.
Yeah,
I'm curious about like I'm not interested in the religious portion, but I recognize that's something that's important to them.
And
So here we are.
so with an 8, you're able to like name drop enough to at least like not completely sound like an idiot. But
Mm.
you definitely sound like it's obvious that you're not an
Newbie
actual,
questions.
yeah, you're not a
Yeah.
follower of Nethys, which to an extent kind of piques her interest, because he sees this as, you know, a
I'm about to be proselytized.
yeah, maybe a teaching opportunity, as they are quite, you know, all about Nethys. Now make me an Arcana roll.
Okay, I will make an Arcana roll. And my phone just went off, so after this, I will have to step away.
24.
Yeah.
Okay. Which actually might be, we're at 5:22 right now, so just a titch early. But if you've got to jump, maybe this is a good time to.
I mean, I hate to do it because I definitely want to be there to see if like Ilavara is going to actually choose to return or not.
Well, or if the Grave Lady is going to allow
Is
Illavar to
willing.
return.
Yeah.
That's the
Uh,
other.
I can give it like 5 minutes.
Okay. So you're able with the 24. Now that's something that you're able to impress her with. Your knowledge of the arcana, the arts, seems to be quite profound.
Hmm.
So, you know, between those two things, you're able to engage in enough conversation. I'm making one final roll, which is your diplomacy,
Okay.
to see if you can charm her a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to give her, a good impression of my character.
Wow,
Oh,
smoked it!
Nice.
Natural 20.
Hot.
She's quite taken with you.
nice.
All right. Um, in your discussion with her, in the interest of saving time, I won't make you role play through it. But basically, she divulges to you that she's actually quite vocal in
Hmm.
her disapproval of um, the Grand Mausoleum's refusal to assign specific spots to groups that requested them. She put in a petition to explore a site that is sacred to their members' faith.
I assume at this point I've gathered her name.
Yes, I'm sorry, Velriana. Pleased to meet you.
Uh, Vel is. Could you spell that for me?
Yes, VELRIANA,
Mm-hmm.
Hypaxis, HYPAXES.
Blaze Rosicurian of the Absalonian Rosicurians. Very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Um, her and her group are all Osirian.
Hmm.
Obviously dedicated to the pursuit of acquisition of knowledge.
Okay.
There's
And
one,
so there was a specific area that she was interested in investigating.
yeah, one other thing. There seems to be one, oh, sorry. I stated to you that all of them were wearing the symbol of Nethys. I
Hmm.
misspoke in that one of the group is not. It's a female half elf, and she kind of refers to her as being the hired help.
I
And
assume that she's like in there like a healing capacity or something.
no, she's actually, you know, got some weapons on. Looks like she's been in a scrap or two. She looks like she's more of the like the hired thug. She's the
Oh,
mercenary, the hired
the front
mercenary of the
line.
group. Yeah.
Okay.
Her name's Idorii, Idorii. So, um, but yeah, so basically, like, she put in a petition to explore a particular site that is sacred to their members' faith, and instead they were allocated to what turned out to be an ancient brothel, and she's quite
Mm.
disgusted by it.
Wait, that was an option?
Well,
randomness is occasionally painful.
random lotto. Of course, the group easily dispatched the nest of zombies that were in the brothel's basement and managed to recover a few, minor treasures. But overall they're pretty disappointed with their first foray.
So what was your next one? What was the one you wanted?
Are you going to ask that?
Yeah.
Make me a diplomacy roll.
Vaguely drunk, but pathetic.
Yeah, that's right.
I will.
Oh wow.
I will introduce Catbad, a boon companion of mine.
Yeah, who comes swaggering up. Curls his tail around the back of her neck, which normally would have completely pissed her off.
That's creepy.
But with those like golden yellow eyes of yours.
Why'd you have to give him like creepy rapey vibes? Like why? Why would you do that?
He's a cat.
Because otherwise I would fall down.
He came up. He rubbed his shoulder on her leg, and then rubbed his other shoulder on her other leg, and
that's not really the way.
Yeah, you have a weird idea of how cats operate, two-legged or four-legged. You're weird. Your cats are weird. This whole thing is weird.
Oh my god,
you've made it weird.
All I can do is I can only base my information on what Thumbs does, and Thumbs is fucking creeping it real. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a creep. I would be. Hey, what's so
more respectful of boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise they're not going to respect mine.
The only thing that so she kind of ignores your question, but she does ask you if you have learned of an ancient temple or some kind of a shrine. She basically asks, like, hey, have you guys heard if anyone got assigned or heard any rumors about something called the Erudite Eye?
I haven't heard of it yet.
They seek the Erudite.
Erudite.
Yeah, Erudite Eye. And off the top of our head, did anyone receive that?
Not that you guys have yet uncovered.
Okay.
If we hear of it, we'll let you know.
She's like,
should I come across it in my studies, I will gladly trade that information to you. There's, though we are in a certain sense competitors, there's no reason why we can't work together to achieve our common goals. You seek to further enlighten yourselves and to bring knowledge back into the world that's been lost, and I wholeheartedly and enthusiastically agree that is a thing that should be done.
Quite so. Well, perhaps
should you come across little bon mots of information that may not necessarily fall within your purview, perhaps you will kindly send them our way.
Yes. And perhaps so we can be allies after all.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I bid you adieu. I think it's time that we, apart for the night. There are other groups that you guys can go and speak with to gain more information, and why don't we save that for our next session? It is now time for us to end. You'll have to wait until next week to find out what happened with Ilavara.
Okay.
All right, let me say goodbye to chat, and then I'll come back to you guys.
I'm saying goodbye to all of you now. I must rush off. So
bye, Sam.
Good game, everyone. I will see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Chat. I would like to tell you thank you all for joining us this afternoon/evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Hey, how about that time change today? Did you like sneaking in that extra hour? Did you even care? Matter? So hey, thanks for joining us. We will be here next week, same bat time, same bat place, 3:30 Eastern, or Sunday Fun Day. Just to give you a heads up, coming up here in a couple of weeks, I've got to look at calendar here, but we are going to be traveling out of town for the Thanksgiving holiday, so we're going to be gone for a week. We will definitely be streaming next Sunday, but and I'll give you guys definitive information next Sunday, but we might be out the following Sunday, or possibly even 2, kind of depending on how long our trip is. I gotta like clarify that with the princess. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Love you. Peace out, Shroud. If you haven't hit that follow button, please do so. It needs followers. And appreciate you joining us. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.